Hello everybody, it's Jo here from Aquarius Tarot. Hope everybody's doing well. Always happy to be back doing a reading for you. So today I thought we'd have a look at how your person really feels about you. So if you've got any doubts, any questions, or sometimes it's just nice, isn't it, to just have that confirmation of how your person feels, that validation. We'll find out. Also, if you've had a situation where you're feeling a little bit unsure about the connection you've got with this person, they're not really expressing how they feel, or you don't quite know where it's headed, we can have a look at that for you. I'll do my best to look at timeline as well, and at the end I'll do an all signs as per usual. Okay, so there's a lot of energy in the cards today. Cards are jumping. Don't feel quite ready for it, so I'll put them back in. If they're meant to come out, they'll come out again. So hadn't even said that we're moving on to Aries yet, so we will move on to Aries now. We'll start with Aries. Welcome Aries, hope everything is okay with you. I hope this reading brings you some peace, clarity, wisdom and understanding around your connection with your person that you're thinking about. So we want to know, how do they really feel about Aries, please universe? How does Aries person truly feel about them? Okay. So the cards, as I mentioned, I'm feeling lots of energy coming from the cards. And there's some already on the table, Aries. So I'm going to split the deck now. I think we're ready to split the deck. Okay, so what have we got? We have got the Knight of Coins, the Queen of Swords, the Page of Swords, Two of Swords, Page of Coins, and the Five of Cups. Okay, well, it's like your person wants to come forward and offer you something, offer you progression in your connection, but they feel that there's a bit more they need to know first. Maybe there's some conversations you haven't had yet, Aries, or they're a little bit unsure how you feel about something, but they need to know something else. There's like a missing piece of the puzzle that will help them to make up their mind to come forward and actually make an offer to you. I think they want to know more about what it is you're looking for, actually. As I'm looking at the cards, I'm feeling that the missing piece for them is to really understand what your intentions are. Do you want a long-term relationship? Do you want, the house, the dog, the kids, the holidays and all that sort of thing? Or do you want something a little bit more casual? Or, they just want to know where your head's at, where your feelings are at, what you want to do. I'm sensing there could have been a bit of an issue around communication that may have caused some kind of conflict or issue. And they seem to have some regret about something. If you know what this regret is, please do let me know. I'm not quite sure. Let's see if we can find out though. What do they have regrets about, please universe? What do they have regrets about, Aries person? Were they a bit possessive? Were they a bit jealous? Were they a bit too careful with their money and it sort of resulted in something a little bit awkward? Or something not happening that you hoped might happen? There's a karmic soul connection here between the two of you, but there needs to be a decision. It feels like you two are at a crossroads here. It could go one way or another. I think they want to offer you something, but they need to know a bit more first. So it feels like they will have some communication with you. Is there somebody else involved? Do they think maybe you've got somebody else? Aries, that is a question, isn't it? Do they think perhaps you're in a third party and there's something they need to know? Or is there a third party situation that they're just unclear what your intention is around that situation? Anyway, it feels like there will be some communication around this to get to the bottom of whatever it is they feel they need to know, Aries. I hope that reading made sense for you. I know it won't be for everybody. But let's have a look at the timeline anyway. Universe, what's the timeline, please, for the next communication from Aries person? I think about the future, making some sort of offer of progression. When will that be? I think when you least expect it is what's coming out here. It might be that this situation is a situation that can never really move forward because it you know, maybe for some people it is a third party situation. And maybe it will start to stall a little bit for that reason. I think that maybe you're waiting on another person who might have another situation, Aries. If that's the case, then, you know, I think you're worth more than that. It's up to you what you do, of course, but you might want to move on and stop waiting for that one. The person wants to offer you something, but I think they're a little bit unsure that they actually can. And actually what they offer you might still be in connection with, you know, remaining in a third party situation. Anyway, I think that's quite specific, so that won't be for everybody. Hope you enjoyed it anyway. Please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I'll look forward to seeing you next time. So now we're moving on to Taurus. Welcome, Taurus. Hope you're doing well. So we want to know how your person really feels about you, Taurus. How do they feel about you? Let's find out what the cards have to say about that to help give you some peace, wisdom, clarity and understanding around your connection with this person, Taurus. What would it help Taurus to know, please, universe? So we haven't had any jumping onto the table. We've split the deck. Let's see what comes out for you, Taurus. Okay. Could be dealing with a Leo, but this person feels that you make them very, very happy. They feel you've got a very positive disposition. You radiate kind of happy vibes. So, you know, you bring them joy. We've got the 10 of Wands, though, and the 6 of Wands. We've got the Chariot. We've got the 7 of Cups and we've got the Ace of Cups. So I feel like this person really wants to come towards you. They want to close out any distance between you, whether that's emotional or actual distance. They feel like the universe might be steering this connection and they're willing to let it, you know, let it run its course, see where it goes. But they also, I feel, will take some action themselves. They're trying to work out how you two can close out that distance. I do feel possibly there are some options to discuss around that. It could be whether one of you moves, or there's questions around jobs, or, you know, things like that, practicalities. So I think they want to discuss the practicalities of you two becoming a bit closer, whatever shape or form that takes for you two. It feels like they see being with you as a beautiful breath of fresh air and a fresh start, and something that, yeah, does make them very happy. I think they recognise that you think well of them as well. You like them, you're attracted to them, that makes them feel good, it boosts their ego. I think there's very mutual energy around this connection, Taurus, where you both really care deeply for each other, very attracted to each other, like each other. It could be almost a bit of an obsession around this, Taurus. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. I think you and Capricorn often do get along quite well, or you actually are drawn to each other, even though it can be a little bit fiery further down the line. Yeah, I do see question marks around whether you may live together, or a house, a home, a family, moving home, moving house. There could have been a little bit of confusion in this connection around whether this person was truly genuine or not. And I think they really are. They could have given off player vibes, sort of been in and out a little bit, but I think they've actually decided they do want to come towards you after perhaps it looked like things might come to an end. Maybe you set your boundaries, Taurus, and said, you know, I know what I want, I know what I'm worth, and you sort of held on to that boundary that things had to shift forward, and it might have had something to do with, yeah, moving house, or working out the options of how you actually could move your relationship on a step. So what's the timeline for Taurus and this person moving this forward, please, universe? I'm seeing it as, you know, potentially living together or taking the next step towards that, discussing the options to get closer together, whatever that means for this couple. So what do we have here? It could be during Easter, or it could extend through to July or even November. But there's going to be some communication about this during this month. So we've got March, or in a few days also came out. So it's going to be this month in a few days, but actually forward movement around the time of year when there's like a holiday. So it could be Easter, it could be Thanksgiving, it could be Christmas even, but I think probably before that. I'm sensing before that. I'm thinking before November, Taurus. Okay. Well, I hope that was helpful. Please do give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please do consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell. It's free and it just sets the intention that you'd like to be part of the collective that I'm reading for. Also helps me greatly, lets me know that you want to be a regular follower. So thanks very much in advance. See you again next time. And now we're on to Gemini. Welcome, Gemini. I hope you're well today. So we're looking at how your person really feels about you, Gemini. How do they really feel? Let's see. What do the cards have to share about this? Perhaps you've been having some doubts about how they feel. Perhaps they've not been sharing their feelings and it's got a bit confusing. Oh, the Fool. Okay, so could be dealing with a fire sign. Ace of Cups. Wow, okay. We've got the Devil. Could be dealing with a Capricorn. Two of Coins, Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Coins. Okay. Well, this person is feeling a strong intuitive pull towards you. Now, it could be they're being pulled back towards you, but I'm feeling that they've just got this really strong pull in your direction. They could be juggling lots of things in their life at the moment. They might have other responsibilities and other things going on. They might have job or parents they need to take care of, or children. They've got a lot going on. But nevertheless, even with all of that happening, they still want to, spend time with you and to progress things with you, even though they're doing this juggling all the time. And it's quite a lot for them, actually, Gemini. But they're excited about a new start in love with you. They think you're very romantic. They think that you make a big effort in that regard, and they like that. I am getting very earth energy around this, Gemini. Are you dealing with a Capricorn? Because we've got the Devil and we've got the Queen of Coins, very Capricorn energy here, and the Two of Coins as well. So it could be fire sign, but I feel like it's quite a strongly intuitive earth sign, and probably a Capricorn. Okay, and that again is quite specific. But yeah, I think this person is very measured, very logical, very thoughtful. And so if they want a new start with you and their intuition is pulling you together, it feels like that really is very genuine from them. It's very considered. It's not like just an impromptu gonna flirt with you on a whim. It really feels like this person genuinely feels like they want to start a relationship with you. They want to start moving your love connection forward. I think they've gone through some hurt and pain in the past, and they do have a lot going on in their life. They are juggling other things. They might feel they need to save up in order to be able to progress things, maybe so that they can move, or they can, do what's required in order to progress your connection. But they're definitely very loyal, I feel, and they are very certain they want to be with you. It's like the infinity sign is here. I don't know if you can see it, but they see you as their forever person. And I think you've been going on some fun dates, and they've been enjoying that and liking the company. I do think they're possibly a leader at work, somebody who, takes charge of situations, who, is required to make decisions and be a leader. They could also be a father of children, or somebody that you could see very much as a father of your children. They're quite a curious person as well. They're quite nosy, all right? Not in a bad way. They just really like you. So I think they're just looking into what they can find out about you. You might find they've been looking at your profile, Gemini, online. Anyway, let's see what the timeline is for this next movement in your connection. Universe, what's the timeline for movement in the connection between Gemini and their person, please? What's the timeline? Let's have a look. Next month is coming out, and we've got May. I'm sensing that you might live together or get married in more than a year, though. That's a bit further out. Yeah, that's a bit further out. But being in a connection with this person, striking up something new with them potentially, or moving things on a little bit is just around the corner. It's almost, you know, imminent, or very imminent, Gemini. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. Please do drop me a like. Please subscribe. If you'd like a personal reading, my details are in the description box, and I turn readings round usually within 24 hours. So if you need a quick check-in on a situation, I can do that for you. And now we move on to Cancer. Hello, Cancer. I hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. I'm always happy to be here doing a reading for you. So we're looking at how does your person really feel, Cancer? How do they really feel about you? The universe, what can you share, please, in relation to the personal Cancer's mind? We want to help them have peace, wisdom, clarity and understanding around their person's feelings for them and any actions they may take. So we've got the High Priestess on the table and the Magician. Okay, this person might be, yeah, I'm sensing they've gone within. They might be quite spiritual, so they might be meditating and reflecting, but they're actually not, communicating very much. There could be a bit of silence between you at the moment. They might have pulled back their energy, but I'm not seeing that it's anything, Cancer, directed at you. It's just how they're feeling and what they need at this time. Could also be that they're trying to manifest, because we have the Magician here, and we also have the Page of Cups. So they're thinking about you at night time. They want to offer you love, but I think it's going to start small. I think they're not telling you. They might not be totally silent at the moment, but they might just not be telling you about the things that are burdening them, worrying them, bogging them down a little bit. And they are trying to manifest a situation where maybe you see them in a better light. Okay, so whatever that would, whatever's needed in order for you to see them in a better light in their mind, that's what they're trying to bring about. Okay, so I think that's possibly also why they're not telling you all their problems or their feelings, their strong feelings that are maybe they don't think would be helpful to share. But they do think about you at night, and they think about all the options and the possible ways that maybe they could progress your connection, maybe by reaching out or saying certain things or doing certain things. So they feel like they want to manifest you. They want to manifest your good thoughts, your admiration, shall we say. That's what I'm trying to say, really. They want you to admire them, to look up to them, to think that they're awesome, to want to be with them, to desire them, all of those sorts of things. You might be dealing with a Leo. Yeah, they're feeling a bit mentally trapped. They want to move forward. They just don't quite know how. They just don't quite know how. Any more, please, about how Cancer's person truly feels about them, please, universe? How do they really feel about Cancer? They're starting to see things in a new light and a new perspective. It's almost been something that's been making them feel anxious and worried, because they just don't know what to do to move things forward. I think actually there's a lot of people who have got a choice here. They might have to end something else in order to move forward with you. I've got the Three of Swords, the Two of Swords, crossroads and a decision, and the Death, meaning something else needs to end to make this happen. So maybe that's why they're keeping quiet, Cancer. That could be the reason. Are they going to communicate, though? Are they going to communicate? They want you to notice them, and they want you to like them, and they're thinking about how you two could perhaps get together in the future. Is what now making more sense. Will they communicate, please, universe? Yeah, I feel like you two will have an equal discussion. You're kind of going to manifest each other. Each of you wants the same thing. Seven of Cups has come out again, so there are options here that need to be spoken about, and I am getting communication. I am getting communication. So this person will start to talk to you about how they feel and what they want with you. So it could be somebody who's got, you know, still finishing off another connection. Cancer, still finishing that off. Let's find out when this might move forward then. So universe, when will this, in less than a month. Okay, in less than a month has just come onto the table. Soon then, soon. Do let me know, Cancer, come back and let me know. And you'll hear from them at night, okay? And it feels like through the summer, there will be some progression forward. Okay, well, thanks, Cancer. Good to see you. Please do drop me a like. Please subscribe. Set that intention that you would like to be part of the collective I read for, so you can come back and find me easily. It's free, of course. You just need to hit that subscribe button and switch on your notification bell as well. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you soon. And now we're moving on to Leo. So welcome, Leo. How are you today? Hope everything is okay in your world. Very, very windy here in the UK this evening. Very, very windy. So I don't know whereabouts you are in the world, but we're having a bit of a gale and a storm here. There's people's recycling blowing up and down the street. That'll be fun clean up tomorrow. It's the refuse collection tomorrow, recycling collection. So everyone's put their recycling out and it's everywhere. Okay. Anyway, universe, what would it help Leo to know, please, about their person? We want to know how their person really feels about them. So we want to help Leo have peace, wisdom, clarity and understanding in relation to this person's feelings. What would it help Leo to know, please, universe, in relation to this person and how they really feel about Leo? Okay, we've got the Knight of Coins. Got the Fool card, all right, okay. Got the Nine of Wands. What else do we have? Eight of Coins. Four of Coins. Lots of green on the table, isn't there? Well, now we have a pink one. Okay, right. So, how this person feels about you. I think this person feels you are a hard worker. You're good at what you do. They've got a lot of respect for you professionally. You may have a connection with them professionally, Leo, possibly. Or you may talk about work with them and they may admire your ambitions and things like that. You may have had lots of conversations about work. This person feels like they want to offer you something in terms of a relationship, a connection, but they're being very, very slow about coming in to do it. So the Knight of Coins is a slow energy. Fairly solid, fairly considered. Nothing bad about that energy, but just very slow. Can be a little bit frustrating. They feel that you might be slightly impulsive. We've got the Fool here. So they might feel that you have, you feel that you need to move a bit faster than they do. But there are times when they feel like they need to just take some quick action towards you as well. And the sort of considered side sort of falls away here. I'm seeing lots of earth energy. Could be an earth sign. It feels like you two are quite different. I feel they could be an earth sign, or a very grounded sign. Very sort of slow, measured, thoughtful. And I think they see you as very opposite to them. They see you as a bit more emotional, a bit quicker to act, a bit quicker to say how you feel and what you want with the Fool card. And I think they've been super guarded with the Nine of Wands they've almost put the barriers up to actually getting towards what they really wish and hope for here with the star at the top of the stairs. All these barriers they put up to actually, you know, stop themselves getting what they want, and they feel regretful. There's regret and remorse. They wish things had been different. They're kicking themselves over something here, Leo. Does that make sense to you? Do you know what that might be? Anything else you can share, please? The highest good of Leo. How their person really feels about them, please, universe, and any actions. They almost feel like they've been defeated in this. Maybe it's not gone so well. Maybe it's sort of, they feel they've done the wrong thing. Maybe they're starting to feel like it could never happen for some reason. They're feeling a bit dejected about the whole thing. They're very, very defensive. They've got this protective bubble around them. They're a bit scared for some reason. I think they're scared of getting hurt. They feel a very, very strong connection with you. It is very strong. Even, you know, even if they're not really doing a lot about it, the feeling is strong. They've got quite a lot of jealous, possessive kind of energy, actually, this person. They'd love a new start with you. They see you as a new start, a new cycle. But they would need to make a decision, perhaps a difficult decision, perhaps one that requires more information or more research in order to actually put it into play. Might require some more conversation with you as well, so that they know where you're at with everything. Yeah, I think there's been somebody, you know, maybe interfering, gossiping, sharing information that's put a spanner in the works, and they feel like they want you to like them. And maybe they feel like something got in the way of that. Maybe somebody sort of shared some information, or something was said, or friends got involved, or something sort of got in the way to create some tension, some conflict, and that sort of thing. Perhaps that's also why then they put their barriers up. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sensing some difficulties around this, some very strong feelings, some hesitance to move forward, some big barriers in the way, so lots of regrets about things that were said, some differences between the two of you in terms of your personality, very big differences there, but still complementing each other. I think they just don't know what to do with this. It's kind of like strong feelings, but don't know what, you know, what to do. So, yes, okay. So, let's see then. I just want to ask, universe, will there be communication, please? That helps to straighten this out. What can you share for Leo, please? Will there be communication that helps to straighten out this situation? There'll be communication about a situation whereby there's another person involved, okay? Or something else. If it's not a person, it's a general energy that is getting in the way, or something else in their energy. Once again, there's been some conflict. They're trying to manifest a new start, a fresh start, but there's been some tension and difficulty around this. They don't know how to move forward. This just keeps coming out. They don't know how to move forward. Something else needs to end to let this happen. I think they will express love and a desire to move forward with you, but they just don't know when they're going to be in a position to do it. Okay, so let's, on that note, I don't seem to be getting any further, so let's see if we can get a timeline for you, Leo. What's the timeline for Leo and this person, please, universe? Timeline for any more communication and any further movement forward in this connection, please. What can you share, please, for the highest good of Leo in relation to the person on their mind? And the timeline for the next step in this connection, please, universe. So in March and April, I think you'll continue to have some contact with this person, and it's possible that in 6 months things could start to move forward, but it feels like a slow burn. There's things in the way for this one, Leo. There's things in the way. Anyway, I hope it was helpful. Please do drop me a like. Subscribe please if you're not already subscribed. I would love to have you return for my readings. It sets that intention that you'd like to be part of the collective that I read for. It helps my little channel greatly. Makes me feel very much like my time's worthwhile to see my subscribers ticking up and to have some participation and engagement with my videos. So thank you for your support, and I look forward to seeing you next time. And now we're moving on to Virgo. Welcome Virgo. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is okay with you. When I get round to you, I always think of my parents, because both of my parents were two Virgos together. The greatest love story, loveliest relationship. They got on super, super well. I don't think I could think of a couple that got on better together. But anyway, yes, two Virgos together, my parents. Anyway, so universe, what would it help Virgo to know, please? How does Virgo's person really feel about Virgo? What are their true feelings? And then if we can understand any actions that are likely to come out of that, please universe, that would be helpful to bring Virgo peace, wisdom, clarity and understanding. That one's turned itself over for a reason. Yeah, feels like you two have got a soul connection, a karmic contract. You made a decision to get together in another lifetime, or to come into each other's lives in some form or fashion. There's a lesson to be learned from each other, Virgo. I think they're feeling that strong connection towards you. They also feel like they can't believe their luck. It's almost like Wheel of Fortune, winner, winner, chicken dinner. I've got the best person I could possibly wish to have, or I've found the best person I could possibly wish to have in my life. I think they're concerned, Virgo, that you might not be telling them the whole story, or they may not have the whole picture from you. But they do want happily ever after with you. They want long-term love. They want happily ever after. 10 of Cups. All the love. All the love. They've got something they desperately want to say to you. There's some messages around what they want. But yeah, there's been, I think maybe other people, I keep getting that today. So other people might have been gossiping or sharing some information which may or may not have been accurate, which has led them to think that maybe you feel a bit differently to the way they thought you felt, or they feel it's caused a bit of tension, a bit of conflict. There's been a bit of sort of gossip, interference, something along the lines of too many people getting involved in business that's not theirs to get involved in is what's coming out here. And I think it's caused some difficulty for you too, Virgo. I think you and or they are quite private people, and I think there's been other people involved here, I really do. But it feels like they think you're fun to be with. They like spending time with you. They like going out with you. I think you could have mutual friends, or your friends they feel would get on with each other. Yeah, very, very strong pull towards each other. They feel a bit defensive. I think there's been something going on here which has caused a bit of conflict. Definitely misunderstandings, and yeah, words could have hurt is what I'm getting. Words could have caused some hurt. And they may have gone away and had to lick wounds, or, you know, had to rethink things. And I think they really have. And maybe that's why they now really want to talk to you about, you know, what they want for the future. They feel like they've kind of won the lottery by even knowing you. They do want long-term love. They're a bit scared of being hurt, and they're a bit, they've been set back a bit by whatever this conflict was. But I think they're going to ask to see you, or spend some time with you, or take you somewhere nice. And I think that's when maybe the communication will be able to happen to enable them to tell you how they feel. Okay, so what's the timeline for Virgo and the person on Virgo's mind, please, universe? Timeline for Virgo and the person on their mind. 3 more shuffles. That was 1, 2, 3. And we'll split the deck. Okay. Okay, it's not too late. So, you know, if you're feeling like there has been a bit of conflict or a bit of a situation, it's not too late. You are going to hear something early one morning. We might wake up to a message. It feels like there could be somebody, Virgo, who perhaps is an earth sign. Could be Capricorn, could have been born around January time is coming out here. Won't be for everybody. But I do think you're going to hear from this person one morning. You might almost give up on it and it will come in for you. Yeah, the message keeps coming out that you kind of need to let go of this a little bit. Let go of thinking about it and, you know, holding on to it. And, you know, it will come back to you. And I am getting during the spring, with spring flowers there coming out on that card. All right, Virgo, thank you very much for joining me. Please do drop me a like. Please make sure you're subscribed. Hit that notification bell so that you won't miss out on my readings in future. And by subscribing, of course, you're setting that intention that you want to be part of the collective that I read for. I'd love to see you again. So thank you so much. I'll see you again soon. And now we're moving on to Libra. So hello, Libra. Hope everything is okay with you today. We are looking at how your person really feels about you, Libra, or the person on your mind. How do they feel about you? Has there been some sort of confusion about this, or lack of communication, or confusion just generally? Let's see. So universe, what would it help Libra to know, please? What would bring them peace, wisdom, clarity and understanding around the connection with this person? We want to know, how do they really feel about Libra? Oh, they want to be in a relationship with you. 2 of Cups, look at that. That is the relationship card, Libra. They want to be with you. Okay, we've got the Empress come out as well. The 3 of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Star. So I feel this person in the past, Libra, might have been a bit of a player. They may have led you on, being a bit hot and cold, in and out kind of energy. You don't quite know where you stand. They're all over you one minute, interested one minute, disappearing the next. Very confusing kind of energy. I think they've moved on from being like that to realising they would like a relationship. They realise that you've got all the qualities they could ever want in somebody, and they're not seeing that in anybody else that they've been sort of maybe flirting with or, you know, in contact with. They've got real strong wishes for what they want for the future. They're even a bit scared of it. They've been a bit scared of commitment, but actually now they've met you, they kind of know what they want is what's coming out here. They do have their guard up. I think they're worried that maybe you have somebody else in your energy. And I do think this person, Libra, might suffer from anxiety or have challenging mental health. There's a lot of anxiety, a lot of heavy energy around this person, Libra, that needs to be cleansed, I feel, actually. Maybe a bit of Reiki or meditation. Yeah, I think they're going to start flirting with you, putting it out there a little bit how they feel, giving you a bit more of an indication. But yeah, they would really like a new start in love with you. They want a fresh start, a new start, and they want to be in a relationship. That's what they really want, Libra. Are they going to communicate? What's what they're going to do about this? It's all very well feeling like this. What are they going to do about it? That's what I want to know. That's what you want to know as well, Libra. Yeah, they are going to express their love, and I think they're going to be quite solid and reliable and dependable and be quite different from what they have been before. And I do think there is earth sign energy here, and somebody who's had a lot to deal with in their life recently. They've had lots of problems, lots of issues, lots of stuff just going on. Don't we all though? Don't we all? But I think it's been sort of front of mind, these problems for this person. Okay, so what's the timeline for Libra and their person, please, universe? What's the timeline for Libra and their person potentially moving on into this relationship or having the first part of their communication this month? Soon. Okay, we're in March, aren't we? So it will be imminently. March and April is here, and February is also here, which suggests that this might have already kind of started along its course. You're likely to know who this is. Yeah, all the cards are indicating sort of imminently, very soon, kind of now, right? Just around the corner. Okay, so I hope that was helpful, Libra. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below if there's anything you'd like to share. And thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again next time. Moving on to Scorpio. Welcome, Scorpio. How are you today? Hope you're feeling all right. I had a Reiki session today, a Reiki healing session, and it was wonderful. And so I'm feeling very relaxed. Very, very relaxed indeed. It was quite an experience. I could feel the energies really, really strongly, and it's helped me greatly. I will definitely be going again very soon. Anyway, Scorpio, we want to know how your person really feels about you. The Eight of Wands has just popped down onto the table. That suggests to me they want to move things forward quite quickly. They want to talk to you. They've got something to say that's of substance, and it feels like it's going to strike up this communication back and forth with them. Okay. What else can you share, please, for Scorpio, universe? We want to know how their person is really feeling about them right now. We want to know messages that will bring Scorpio peace, wisdom, clarity, and understanding in relation to the person that they're thinking about today. Okay, Eight of Wands is there. Oh, Ace of Wands. Wow. Seven of Coins. The Lovers. Oh my goodness. Ace of Cups. Got two aces, one underneath the other. You've got the Lovers and you've got the Eight of Wands, which is communication. You've got the King of Cups. Got all the love going on. And we've got the Seven of Coins. So this person absolutely loves you. They've got a huge amount of chemistry with you, or feel the chemistry around you. They're very, very passionate. They feel an insane connection towards you, and they just are going to be compelled to tell you how they feel. Feels like this could progress to a physical connection quite quickly, and it feels like you will be planning for the future with this person quite soon as well, Scorpio. Okay, anything else you'd like to share, please, universe, for the highest good of Scorpio? That's an amazing read there, Scorpio. Who is this person? Who is this person? Do you know who they are? I think you kind of will. If you don't now, you will soon. Well, you're thinking of a person, so you must know who they are. It's somebody I think you must feel a strong connection with as well, Scorpio. Yeah, somebody from, you know, you've got a long history with. You may have been with them in a relationship for a long time, or you've known them for a long time. Or maybe you're separated from this person, but not I don't think for too long. There's such a lot of love here. Yeah, this person's feeling almost unworthy of you for some reason. Did something go wrong where they feel like they're not worthy of you, Scorpio? Yeah. Yeah, they want to talk to you. They've got to tell you how they feel. They just have to. They want to close out any emotional distance. So there's been a bit of a problem that has sort of put some distance between you. They want to put that right, bring you back together again. They almost want to restart this, or, you know, or start it. Okay. All right. What's the timeline for Scorpio and their person, please, universe? Timeline for Scorpio and their person. Yeah, this is really worth waiting for. It might be a bit slow. I'm sensing, Scorpio, June will be a pivotal month and going in towards the winter months as well. Just let it happen in its own time. This is coming out here. The universe has a plan for you too, I think. I think this is a divine connection. Honestly, I don't know if you believe in twin flame kind of energy was coming onto the table there, Scorpio. Don't see that very often, but it was definitely there. All right, so thanks for liking, sharing the video, making sure you're subscribed, set that intention that you'd like to be part of the collective that I read for. I'd like to see you again soon, so thank you very much. And we're moving on now to Sagittarius. Welcome, Sagittarius. Whoops. Okay. I'm going to take that as the split because it just flipped itself over. So we were asking Sagittarius, of course, how does your person really feel about you? When you got there quite quickly, the cards were ready for you. So we've got the 5 of Swords. We have got the 7 of Cups. We've got the Star. We've got the 7 of Swords. We have got the 8 of Cups and the Knight of Cups as well. Okay, so this person feels like, I think there was a parting of ways, perhaps, of you two. Maybe you just couldn't find the right way forward together, both of you. And maybe other people got involved. Maybe there was a bit of an issue around communication. Maybe it came across like you know, one or both of you was being a bit disingenuous or a bit misleading about something, and it broke some trust. And yeah, I think it resulted in you two sort of parting ways, or just it fizzling and just not working out. You didn't find your way through it. This person has a desire to be with you. They really do. They have a lot of love for you. It feels like they're quite romantic. They've got lots of feelings. They're being a bit slow to come forward and share those feelings, but those feelings are definitely there. It feels like there's been a breach of trust, and that trust would need to be healed. But I do think they really do regret and are sorry that things worked the way that they did. They so wish it could be different. They've got it in their mind that they really think it could be different, okay? They really hope it could be. The universe, what else can you share for the highest good of Sagittarius, please? What's going on in terms of the feelings of the person that they're inquiring about today? Person that they're thinking about. Any further messages about how this person really feels, please, universe? Whoops. I think there's a bit of toxic energy possibly between the two of you, Sagittarius, so watch out for that. And this person does feel like maybe you have sort of leadership kind of energy, but there'd be something that would need to be resolved in order for you to move forward with this. But you two have had a very, very strong connection. And I think they're really hoping that maybe you might reach out and you might make the first move. But yeah, they're a bit jealous, they're a bit possessive, slight toxicity around this. I think they're waiting for you to make the move. They don't know how to move forward. Yeah, they want a conversation. They do want a conversation. They've got their guard up, so they might not be easy to have a conversation with at first, Sagittarius, just saying. But let's find out, when will this communication take place? Universe, when will this communication happen between Sagittarius and their person, please? When will this communication happen between Sagittarius and the person on their mind? it feels like you want something to happen really soon, but it might take a few weeks to actually resolve this. I've got the month of May, 6 months from now, and it feeling like it's way into the future. So 6 months isn't that way into the future, is it? And May is not that far into the future, but it feels like it's going to seem like forever to you, Sagittarius. It's going to seem like forever to you. And there could be a pivotal kind of date in May. It could be somebody's birthday, a child's birthday, something that might help you to maybe come together in a united way for some reason, okay, during May. All right, well, thank you for joining me. If you would like a personal reading, please check out the description box. Please like the video, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I always say it helps to set the intention that you'd like to be part of the collective that I read for, and it helps my channel, and I love to see my subscription numbers ticking up slowly but surely. So thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you again next time. And now we're on to Capricorn. Welcome, Capricorn, my fellow earth sign. I hope you're doing well. So we are looking at how your person really feels about you, Capricorn. How do they really feel? What can we find out? Maybe there's some confusion about this. Maybe you kind of know how they feel, but you just want to have it validated through the cards. Perhaps there's been some difficulties and you're not quite sure how that's affected your connection and how they feel. But anyway, universe, what can you share, please, for the highest good of Capricorn to bring them peace, wisdom, clarity and understanding around this connection, please, universe? I saw another card flipped over there, maybe not. Okay, so, wow, we've got the Fool and we've got the Hierophant. See what else we get, Capricorn, and then we'll have a little chat about it. Let's see what comes out. So we've got the Hierophant. Ooh, we've got the Two of Swords, the Page of Coins, the Four of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so this person feels really strongly towards you. They've got fiery passion towards you. They might realise that you need to take it a bit slower than they would ideally like to take it, but they've got marriage on their mind. Their ultimate goal is to marry you, Capricorn, the Hierophant. They want a commitment. They're thinking about that all the time. It's in their sort of their reflective kind of energy is, you know, the future and potential marriage. They like the fact you take care of yourself, you practice self-care, you look after yourself, you make sure you do things that bring you joy and happiness, you take time out for yourself, make sure you look good. They like that. They're feeling a little bit uncertain about what you might decide to do. Okay, so they are clear on what they want, but they are a bit concerned about how you feel and whether you feel the same way, Capricorn. What else can you share, please, universe, in relation to this person that Capricorn's inquiring about and how they truly feel? Oops. They feel quite a strong, possessive, almost jealous energy. They want you forever. We've got the infinity sign, okay? They want to hold on to you and hold on to this connection for sure. They do not want to let this go. And that's why I think they're being a bit cautious in not pushing it too hard, because they don't want to scare you off, Capricorn. They don't want to freak you out. They want a relationship. They want a committed relationship. They want to be together. I think they want to actually live together, be together, actually be officially a couple, like as official as you can get. Now and again, their guard comes up a little bit, just, you know, natural human reactions to things. But yeah, there was a decision, possibly your guides, ancestors have decided that you two should meet each other and potentially be together. And this person's really, really feeling that, and I feel wants to act on it, but it's just maybe being a bit cautious not to scare you. And they're a little bit scared that you won't feel the same way, Capricorn. Let's find out a timeline for when this might move forward or be communicated. Universe, what can you share, please, in relation to Capricorn and the next communication and forward movement in this connection, please. What's the timeline? Okay. It feels like there's going to be some sort of birthday special event, something in April, could be Easter. I think they're going to, if this works out gender-wise and exactly, there'll be flowers exchanged, okay? I don't know who gives flowers to who. This person will, continue to be in touch with you. Even tomorrow they'll be talking to you. But yeah, it feels like April, May time. There could be sort of a more serious conversation about what you both want, okay? Well, thanks Capricorn, I hope that was helpful. Please do drop me a like if you found the reading helpful, you like the style of the reading. Please make sure you're subscribed, and if you would like a personal reading, the details are in the description box. I do turn them around within 24 hours, except a little bit longer over the weekend sometimes. So if you need a quick answer on something, I can do that for you. Okay. I tried to keep the prices of the readings very affordable as well, so they're not out of reach for most people. So now we're moving on to Aquarius. Hello Aquarius, how are you doing today? Hope you are well. We are looking at how your person really feels about you, Aquarius. How do they really feel? Okay, so what universe would it help Aquarius to know? What would bring them peace, wisdom, clarity and understanding in relation to the person on their mind and how they really feel? Oh, so we've got the moon here, Aquarius. Hidden feelings, keeping emotions suppressed, pushing them right down, not showing them. Four of Swords, Queen of Cups, Four of Coins, Ten of Coins, the Sun. Okay, Aquarius, so this person is pushing their feelings down. I think inside they feel, you are their person. They feel quite strongly that they want to be with you. They want you to be their forever person is coming out. It feels like they're thinking about you all the time. You're on their minds, especially at night time when they go to bed. They're starting to think about, being with you, how happy you make them feel, how attracted they are to you. It feels like you've got lovely, sunshiny, positive energy. It feels like they foresee that potentially you could be a bit of a power couple, even Aquarius. You could achieve awesome things together. They wish and dream about the future. Anyway, what action might they take, please, universe? What action might Aquarius's person take next? I think they're going to start to offer you a little bit of something, like maybe ask you out or start to say how they feel. They want to be sure of how you feel. They're a bit scared. And maybe something else would actually have to come to an end, or properly come to an end and be concluded to enable you to get together. Okay, whatever situation it is. It could be a work situation even. It doesn't have to be a person involved. It could also be sort of putting some little conflict you've had, a little niggle in your connection to bed, getting rid of it, dealing with it, moving on from it. And that will be through some quite significant and important communication here with the Ace of Swords. Almost enables that new start, putting that bad stuff behind you if there is any, Aquarius. Let's have a look at the timeline then for this communication. Universe, what's the timeline, please, for Aquarius and communication with their person? In the autumn, so you might be hoping for it a little bit sooner. Definitely be this year, okay? Definitely before the new year, in a few weeks. something will start to shift here. In the summer, it will move on a bit further. And then I feel like when you least expect it, the blockage will shift, and before the end of the year, things will really take a big jump forward for you, Aquarius. Okay, do hope that was helpful. Thank you for joining me. Please do like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want a personal reading, details are in the description box. In most cases, except sometimes across the weekend, I can have readings to you within 24 hours. Okay. All right, so now we're on to Pisces. Welcome, Pisces. So we are looking at the person on your mind to understand how they really feel about you, Pisces. How do they really feel? So universe, messages for the highest good of Pisces, please. How does Pisces person really feel about them? What would help Pisces to have peace, wisdom, clarity and understanding about this person and how they truly feel about them, please, Capricorn, universe? Oh, universe, Capricorn. Oh dear, must be late in the evening, tired. My words all muddled up. Okay, so what have we got on the table? We have got, oh, the 5 of Wands. What else is there? The 8 of Wands. Knight of Wands, 9 of Swords, 6 of Coins, and the Magician. Okay, Pisces, this person feels like there's been a bit of a shake-up between the two of you, a parting of ways, an argument, a problem. It came through because of defensiveness. One or both of you got a bit defensive and it didn't go very well, and it's causing them a lot of anxiety. It's bothered them. They're not in a happy place without you, having had this little bust up. They want to talk to you. They think about you all the time. They're thinking of, you know, nostalgically about your connection and all the time you spent together, and you know, you might have children together, or you might have had pets together, or you've seen each other through some ups and downs, and they kind of think about that. It means a lot to them, and I feel that they will come back in a bit of a flirty fashion, hoping that they can sort of lure you in with their charm and charisma, is what's coming out here. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Sorry for banging the cards on the table there. I hope it wasn't as loud for you as it was for me. But universe, what else can you share, please, for the highest good of Pisces, so we can understand more about how their person's feeling and any actions they may take, please, universe. Yeah, they may have been withdrawn their energy just for the moment, working hard, trying to distract themselves. And there's also an indication here that they really do want to work on this connection. Okay, they're prepared to put the effort in, and they do want to communicate. So there'll be some communication coming in. There's something they desperately want to say to you. Okay, Pisces, you could be dealing with a Leo there, but this person feels that you make them really, really happy. Okay. And I feel like this is hopefully a temporary, or they're hoping it's a temporary situation, that you are not on the best of terms. Okay, there's definitely some conflict there. Could be a bit of silence, could be a bit of parting and not really talking to each other at the moment for some people. So universe, what's the timeline, please, for Pisces and their person having this communication? What's the timeline for Pisces and their person? March. Yeah, it's going to be quick. It's going to be coming in quickly for you. It might be that you feel this person has been a bit slow to come in and apologise. That might annoy you a little bit, actually, Pisces. Not going to lie. Yeah, I think you might want it to be today. You might want it today, but it might have to wait a little while for it. But I think it's going to be this month. This month it will start to improve for you. So thank you for watching. Please like the video, please share it, please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. About 60-70% of the people that watch my videos and my readings are not subscribed, which always surprises me, and I would truly appreciate if those of you who are not subscribed would consider hitting that subscription button. If you'd like to form part of the collective that I read for regularly, that would be great. I would love that so much. Appreciate that. And if you'd like a personal reading, details are in the description box. Okay. So we're going to do an all signs their sign now. So we watch the sign of the person or the people, signs of the people that you're interested in, to get a message specifically about them. Okay, so universe, all signs their sign please for my collective. For my lovely watchers today, what messages do you have for each sign? All signs their sign please, universe. 3 more shuffles. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to split the deck as always. This is the everyday tarot I'm using now. Nice little purple deck. I like the little ones. I think they are cute. So if you're dealing with an Aries, oh, the Aries has been reflecting on your connection, thinking a lot about you. Feels like they want to talk to you. I think they might reach out. They've got a message for you. Okay, and if you're dealing with a Taurus, the Taurus has had some sort of realization, a bit of an epiphany, aha kind of moment. They have been working on their finances. They want to be abundant. They want to be successful, but they've kind of realized what's important in life. And I think they're going to come forward to talk to you. If you're dealing with a Gemini, the Gemini wants to be in a relationship with you. They love your, what should we say, your authenticity, being yourself. They just love everything about you. Then they definitely want to be with you. Okay. If you're dealing with a Cancer, this could be a third-party situation. There has been some heartbreak anyway, whether there's another person involved or not, and they desperately want to talk to you. There is communication incoming from the Cancer. Okay, if you are dealing with a Leo, the Leo has been working hard on manifestation, setting their intentions to the universe as to what they would like in a partner, what they would like in their life. And part of that is somebody who is, you know, going to give equal give and take and be a really good partner. And I think this Leo is feeling that, you know, you could be that person for them. Okay, and if you are dealing with a Virgo, the Virgo has a lot of love for you, but they are offering it in slow little portions, and, you know, slow and steady wins the race kind of approach from the Virgo here. They're a bit scared to say too much, but they want the long term, and they see you in their future. Okay, if you're dealing with a Libra, the Libra wants a happily ever after with you. They see you as 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. So they see you as all the love and all the abundance all merged into one. They couldn't think of anybody better. They absolutely think you are wonderful and they want to be with you forever. If you are dealing with a Scorpio, the Scorpio's got a really, really strong intuitive pull towards you. They feel there's lover's energy there, so that is kind of soulmate, twin flame kind of energy. If you are dealing with Sagittarius, the Sagittarius is trying to work on their healing, rebalance themselves. There could have been a bit of an argument. Something could be said which triggers off an argument, something small which actually causes frustration. So the person's trying to get over an argument. Sagittarius is trying to rebalance after that. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, they really do want things to move on, progress, get better, and they want this relationship to keep progressing until there's some sort of, you know, true commitment like marriage or living together or whatever your partnership might look like for the future. And if you're dealing with an Aquarius, they are really thinking about you all the time and all the options around what your connection might turn into and what they would like to happen with you. And if you're dealing with a Pisces, the Pisces is super attracted to you. And actually their attraction to you could have caused some other connection that they have to come crashing down to an end because, you know, you kind of set their heart on fire is what I've got here. All right, so thank you everybody for joining me today. Hope it was helpful. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, I really appreciate you coming and watching the readings. It means everything to me. I love to have comments, so if you'd like to let me know how things resonated for you or just drop in and say hello, that would be lovely. And as always, I'll look forward to seeing you again next time. Take care for now. Bye bye.